This is a project on operationalizing machine learning using Microsoft Azure. So these are the steps that we will be going through. So first of all, we will be working with bank marketing dataset, and we will use Azure to configure a cloud-based machine learning production model, deploy it, and then consume it. We will also see how to create, publish, and consume pipeline using Azure SDK. So first of all, we upload our data set, and this is our bank marketing data set, and it is registered over here. Next up, we go to the automated ML section, and we create a new auto ML and then run our model on that bank marketing data set. So here we can see that our auto ML run is completed, and we can see the run details over here. So yeah, we can see the status completed, and the best model that this run gave us was voting ensemble with an accuracy of 91.92%. Next, we can see here these are the models that were generated, and voting ensemble is the best model. Next, we go on to deploy this best model, that is the voting ensemble model. So we can see in the endpoint section that our best model is deployed, and this is the model. Yeah, so the deployment state is healthy, which shows that the model was successfully deployed, and it was deployed using ACI, Azure Container Instance. And here we can see that the application insights enabled is initially false, like by default it is false. So we will run some code which is already saved in here in logs.py. So we will just run that file using python logs.py, and with this we can make the application insights enable to true. So we can see that the run is complete, and here is our model, and the application insight is now enabled. It is set to true, and we can also access this application insights URL. Next up, we will consume the deployed model using Swagger. So Azure provides a Swagger JSON file for deployed models. So we need to run two of our files, swagger.sh and serve.py. So this swagger.sh, basically we need to run the Swagger UI project locally. We require Docker to be installed and running. So this will pull the latest Swagger UI Docker image, and then we'll try to run it on port 9000. So we have our API specification for our model, best model over here, and we have the default get and post methods, and we can also see the responses and the models. Okay, so now that our model is deployed, we will use the script stored in endpoint.py file to interact with our trained model. So here we have two sets of data to score, and we will run this endpoint.py file over here. So this is the result we get, yes and no respectively, for the two data values that is passed to it. So we are able to interact with our model successfully. Next up, we will run through all the cells of this Jupyter notebook using Azure SDK to create and publish our pipeline. So we can have a look at the pipeline runs in this. This shows the pipeline runs, and here is the pipeline endpoint, and the status of last run status is finished and status is active. So we can go through these runs and see that our run is completed. Here we can see the published pipeline overview, which shows the status active and the rest endpoint.